All right. So Kai Cenat recently talked about how Nike offered him 500 mil to stop talking about religion. And he told them no. And so he said during his marathon, he was asked by guest Gideon how much Nike had offered him to stop speaking about his faith. Excuse me. Carr responded that Nike offered him $500 million to stop talking online about Jesus Christ and Christianity, an offer he refused, choosing to remain faithful to his beliefs. This conversation has brought renewed attention to earlier reports that Nike ended its partnership with Cenat after concerns that his outspoken Christian faith appeared too spiritual for the brand. While Nike never officially cited religion as the reason, the situation has led many Christians to reflect on the challenges of living out their faith while navigating the expectations of major corporations. All right. And we have a conversation. So let's talk about what is y'all thoughts on that and what do you think about it? And what would you do if you were in that position and you had a particular faith that, what would you do? Who want to speak on it?
I'll start. Okay, so here we go. I've always been an advocate of telling people or anyone that I can help learn anything, stop allowing money to control you. Stop allowing the dollar bill to change your views or anything like that. If you gotten to where you're at and you did that doing the way that you did, then why stop? So with Nike offering that money to him to stop, I think it's noble of him, and it shows you his character that says that money you can't buy me. You can't buy me. I don't give a fuck what kind of dollar amount you put out there. You cannot buy me. And the reason why people allow themselves to be bought is because you want this life, or you want to live a certain life that allows you to be in a look of luxury. You can have tons. Well, I'll say it this way. There are tons and tons of people that have plenty of money that you won't even know that they got money because they don't live that type of life. They don't show it. Real people with money don't show you they got it. Because if they do, you know what's going to happen? Somebody's going to ask for it. Just that simple. Somebody's going to ask for the money that you showing everybody you got. Or if they don't ask for it, they're going to try to get it from you in some type of way. So my thing is, you don't show money. Real people that got it don't show it. But for his particular, I just think this kid, that's amazing. That's amazing. And it shows me that I'm dealing with a noble young man. I would do business with that guy. Y'all remember we had a conversation once before about if you were married and the man cheat on his wife, would you do business with him? See, that part, I don't give a fuck about that. But I give a fuck about this man right here telling me that dollar meant nothing to him for me to turn my back on my Lord Savior God. Hey, hey, applause for him, to me. Applause.
Yeah. I want to say something, man. I'm
Appreciate that, Rock.
I agree. I heard that a little bit. That's I agree with how quality is coming at it, and I'm more so looking at it more so like not necessarily just that he stood on his faith, and it's more so like what Qual was saying. I'm already doing this. I'm already good. This is why you want to be around me. This is why you gave me what you gave me. And now you're coming in and telling me to stop something that's been on go. So I'm looking at it more like I'm glad that he stood his ground about his product and who he is and what it is that made him be where it is. And also, yes, the faith of it is strong. And I can see how courageous that can look with when you're in that walk of faith and the other folks who are in the walk of faith of the Jesus of Nazareth and everything of that sort. I could totally respect that. And like Wally's saying, yeah, it could be like, I could work with this. That kind of stuff tells you can kind of work with this guy. He has some integrity. You could tell that work ethic that he had to do when nobody knew who Kai Cenat was, and him posting and things, you could see that work ethic is still there. Like he knows what his worth is, and that's crazy that Nike may have did that, because I'm like, you didn't do your research on who this cat is before you got in bed with him. So that's crazy. But one more thing, I'm about to land my plane, but that's a layer right there. On Let's take it to just the regular level. Kai Cenat is up there in the stratosphere. Let's take it to the regular man. That stuff still happens on the regular man level. On the regular man level, to where we don't acknowledge everything that it took to somebody, like everything that took Rock to make this podcast, all the phone calls, all the emails, all the whatever, the figuring out what guys he would even call around the country. You know what I'm saying? Him living in Atlanta, all that work, all that took a genius energy. That took a genius energy. So when you come in and say, "Oh, how your little old business doing?" or "Oh, how your little old thing doing," you just took a whole universe out for no reason, without listening. And I wanted to bring that up because I feel like this right here kind of touches on that when you get to the regular level of like really knowing who your circle is and what your worth and value is. You know what I mean? I land my plane right there.
You muted.
Quick point, y'all. I got 2 quick points. I'm gonna tell y'all something. This is one that's funny. When T-Ben turns that head this way, I can guarantee you he is sacrificing every fucking thing that y'all are saying. T-Ben is on it.
Nah, but he multitasks and he probably working.
Oh, yeah, and I like that. And now another thing. This is the last one. The fact that Nike did that, and I'm feeling really bad right now because I got a Nike hat on, I got a Nike shirt on. I'm finna cut my camera off right quick, and I'm about to take this off because I don't like the fact that Nike did that. And these are the type of things that we have to stand up for that makes us a better society right here. Don't support stuff like that when they do things like that to people like that. That's how you hit them back. That's my plane. I'm gonna land it. Like I say, Mike, finna be off right quick.
I ain't got too much to say on it, bro. I'm gonna be honest. How true is this shit?
It's true. They both acknowledged it. Nike even acknowledged it. It's true. But it was known when they offered them the deal, though. There was public news. Anybody say I follow Kai Cenat, so it's true. Definitely true.
So like,
Hey, let me ask you this, Yogi.
Go ahead.
So if it, because that's a good question, because a lot of stuff I question when it's like on the internet, because I'm thinking everybody is for clicks and views, right? But let's say it was false, right? Let's say it was false. Do you think it's false in a bad way because it's like, well, if somebody is offered that much, they're gonna take it, or do you think, or could it be good, like just the point, if it's a fake story, they saying like stand on principle coming from Kai Cenat.
Cloud is a hell of a drug, T-Dot.
But I fact checked it. It's true. Nike acknowledged.
For real. Nowadays, man, it's hard to believe anything. Just believe anything you see on the internet, man, because a lot of shit be for clout.
Yeah, that's why I research.
That's why you have to cross reference. That's why you have to look at two or three different sources.
There you go.
Both sides. You can't look at just the red side, the blue side. You gotta look at.
Yeah.
Hey, but Yogi saying even if Kai Cenat came out and said, "Yeah, this is true," he still could be lying. I guess that's what he's saying. Like if it coming up from the source's mouth, they still could be lying. We really don't know.
Nike acknowledged.
Lying.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, look, if Nike and him lying, then they lying. I mean, but I'm just gonna go.
See, I'm not saying they lying. You know what I'm saying? But my thing about it is this: is like I'm gonna be saying right? If this shit is true, for him to turn that down, bro, that speaks volumes on him as a man, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because that's a lot of money to turn down for you just to stop talking about religion. You know what I'm saying? That shows you how important religion is to him. You know what I'm saying? To him, his morals, his principles, his upbringing, that tells you a lot about that shit. And like, let's be real, bro. I don't know where I seen this shit or we talked about it on here, man, but it's a certain amount of money this man makes per minute when he streams.
That's what I was about to say.
This nigga is not hurting.
Yeah.
This nigga this man literally started from the bottom and is filthy fucking rich right now. Just off what he's doing. So, one, like Quali said, that the dollar amount don't move him. 2, that tells you about his upbringing, how important religion and God is to him, because he probably recognizes that without God, he wouldn't be where he's at, the position he's in. And he's standing on that. You know what I'm saying? And 3, I'm not gonna lie, man. Y'all know me, I love some Nike, boy. That's a hard pill to swallow for me, man, because I really can't get down with shit like that, man. Because that's like, how you gonna use money to silence someone? You know what I'm saying? And a man, like, I see this man like Kai Cenat, really that dude. This nigga got strings with anybody, like celebrity wise, he can get anybody in that motherfucking room with him. This motherfucker just did a motherfucking nigga went to Kevin Hart house and did a stream, just did that. You know what I'm saying?
Marlon
like,
Wayans too.
Yeah, so his Rolodex is crazy. You know what I'm saying? He didn't need that money, bro. That's it. That's all, man. I ain't got too much to say about it.
That's facts.
All right. Well, I guess it's my turn.
Come on with it, Rock. Tell her why he was stupid.
No. He wasn't stupid. He wasn't stupid at all. Nah, hear me out when I say this, brothers. I love y'all answers. And y'all responses to it tells me a lot about who I associate myself with. And I am honored and glad that I associate myself with people like y'all. Because even if I disagree with you on something, if you sternly believe what you saying holds weight, I know you're going to stand on business. And that's what I only want to associate myself with men like that, because real men are going to understand that if they do find themselves wrong or find themselves like, you know what, you make more sense, y'all, it'll come back around. And vice versa with me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all saw me apologize live on podcasts. You know what I mean? And so
we still commend you for that.
Appreciate you, brother. And I don't, listen to me. I literally, when I tell y'all, I 1000% agree with y'all. But I don't agree with Kai Cenat. Here's why. You know, it ain't what you do, it's how you do it. Right? Okay. When you watch Kai Cenat streams, he smokes weed, he smokes cigarettes, he drink, he gets drunk. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not holding that against him.
Okay.
You grown. You do what you want to do. Bro, you $1 million dude. You got it out the mud. You come from nothing. You never sold drugs. You never hurt nobody. You never robbed nobody. So I'm not going to hold those things against you. It's not me that's the problem, that has the problem with that. Here's the problem I have with this. You work for Twitch. You work for YouTube. Now, as much as you are a businessman and you are entrepreneur, and you got enough money now till you can walk away from them, all them motherfuckers say, fuck y'all and live your life out. You did what you were supposed to do. And I wish more blacks do that, because that's how you fight the battle. What do I mean when I say, how do you fight the battle? Sometimes in the rules of war, you got to understand the power of negotiation, which means that sometimes you shouldn't be quick to reveal your hand or yourself in order to get past this element of war. You see what I'm saying? It's almost like this. Who's more dangerous? The man that's letting everybody know he got a weapon, or the nigga that got the weapon and don't nobody know it?
The one that don't nobody know.
The one that don't nobody know. It's the element of surprise. So here's my problem with Kai Cenat. You love your faith, quote unquote, enough to turn down $500 million, but you don't love your faith enough to be disciplined by the rules that you're supposed to abide by. You drink, you're a Christian, right? You're not supposed to drink. You smoke? You're a Christian, right? You're not supposed to smoke. I know you're fucking. You're not supposed to fuck, but you're fucking. You're not mad. I'm saying about Christian rights. We talking to somebody who holds his faith so firm, he'll turn down half a bill. But he don't hold his faith stern enough to not drink, not smoke, not fuck.
I got a question about that, Rock. Let me ask you this then.
Yeah, okay. To
Let me
me,
ask.
that's hypocritical. So my point is this. Every last one of y'all is right, bro. But my point is, it ain't what you do, it's how you do it. Let me tell you something. On that job, guess what? I don't give a damn what your religion is. You better be careful how you talk at your job.
Yeah.
You'll get your ass fired.
Hell yeah, real quick.
You'll get your ass fired if you put too much pressure. You keep screaming that shit out in a certain way.
Because I be wanting to cuss motherfuckers out all the time up here.
All the time. Also, he on Twitch and he on YouTube. I bet you won't say shit about them goddamn Jews. Now you stand by your shit. Stand by your shit. Don't have to do it. But he not.
Wow. Let me ask you, Rock, two questions now. The first, okay.
So my point is, I have a problem. I have a problem with the person that did it. And I just don't like hypocrisy, bro. I just don't like it, bro. If your faith ain't, if you can't stand behind your faith and not drink and other things that your faith requires you not to do, then how the fuck you gonna turn down 500 mil? You gonna stand on your faith like that? Nigga, I'd rather you take the 500 mil. God damn this shit. You can do God's work with that, nigga. Because guess what? You can't go on no job, walking no job, screaming Allah Akbar and Jesus all day. You cannot do it. And another thing, it's other ways to represent your shit. The loudest nigga in the room is the weakest in the room. Nigga, wear a cross or something. Wear Jesus is anything. All they ask you was don't talk about it so much.
Where does that stop, though? When's that stop?
You're right.
No, them my questions. Them some of my questions because the first I forgot my first point was okay. So if he's saying now, remember he walking his walk, right? His walking his faith. Him as an individual person. That if they telling him, hey, if you need to tone down your religious talk, we don't want to talk about religion no more. He like, hey, I want to still talk about religion. I'm walking my walk. I still got flaws. But I still want to be able to, whatever. I don't listen to Kai Cenat. I don't know what he talks about as his religion's concerned. But they telling him, hey, don't talk about it. If his limit is saying, hey, my limit is, look, I know I still sin like the next man sins. But that don't tell me I can't talk about my religion and take the money so you don't do it. So what I'm saying is just because he may sin don't mean that he can't still say, I don't want to take the money to stop talking about my religion. That's like saying a pastor can't. Hold on. Well, that's like saying, so are all pastors hypocrites too then?
Most of them.
Because they human. They sin.
Most of them.
So
you ever seen?
Okay.
I can't stand an overweight ass preacher.
I'm trying to figure.
Yeah, but I'm trying to understand though. Okay. At what limit can somebody still give a message even if they don't do 100% of what that message is saying? And where do you draw the line? That means nobody can say nothing.
But what I'm saying is that work is work, regardless of how you working or who you working with. That's
what I'm saying.
It's no different than working for. Okay, let me ask you this. Let me ask y'all all this.
Well, hold on, pause, because you comparing it to somebody going to their job. I'm saying if I go to my job, if I ain't been talking about my religion, then I'm not going to start doing it tomorrow unless I know I'm going to get fired. If they tell him, hey, if you keep talking about this, we'll take 500 million off the table. That's what he chose to do.
Okay.
So if I can choose to go get fired if I wanted to tomorrow if I chose to do that.
Exactly, and that's my point. So the last time I checked, most people don't read the fine prints of the contract when they get a job, but it's in there. You can't be running around here screaming certain shit all day because
I understand that, but I can still make that choice. Like Kai Cenat made his choice. He said, I'm choosing not to take the 500 million. Why is he wrong because he still don't live by every tenet of
I
his
never
religion.
said he was wrong.
I
I
agree
You
with that.
did.
Ben. I
listen,
agree with that, Ben.
hold on. This is what I don't be understanding. I sit here and let y'all know I agree with y'all.
No, I get that. I hear all that.
Let me respond. I never said he was wrong. All I'm saying is he's a hypocrite. What is
But
wrong
why
with
you?
acknowledging
What?
that he's a hypocrite? That's
What is? That's not being a hypocrite.
We're all hypocrites.
That's not being a hypocrite.
Hypocrite.
That's not being a hypocrite, Rob.
Let me ask
A
y'all.
hypocrite? No, hold on, Rob. Hold on, Rob. That's not being a hypocrite, though.
Like, you can't
A
smoke-
hypocrite is if he say a hypocrite.
You can't smoke weed as a Christian.
He turned down money to tell him to stop talking about his religion. Just because he smokes a drink don't mean he's being a hypocrite. That's not a hypocrite right there, Rob. That's just the wrong definition.
I don't see how you
That's
cannot
not
see that as hypocrisy.
a
So
hypocrite
you
is
gonna
saying
turn down-
no.
You gonna put down the
That's-
bottle, but you
that's
turn
not a
down
hip-
500 million. But you
That's not being a
against
hypocrite.
Your religious laws.
You can
No, I'm saying you get.
Your
I'm
religion
saying.
holds
I'm
these
saying-
rules sacred.
Rob, I'm saying the word that you use is not describing his actions. That's the wrong word for his actions. That's not being a hypocrite, is what I'm saying. A hypocrite is be saying,
Okay, well maybe I'm
but
using
it's
the
not.
wrong word.
You are you're using it wrong.
Describe it.
A hypocrite is saying if he says like, "Hey," that's like saying, "Hey, don't drink because you're not supposed to drink." Then he drinks. That's being a hypocrite. Or if he's saying, "Hey, don't turn down," like if he says, "Hey, y'all, if your company tell you that you can't say certain things, you should do it," and he turns around and don't do it. That's being a hypocrite.
I'm too deep. You know what's funny? My dad's
It's just the wrong.
I was raised up in the church. You know what's funny? There's no rule in the Bible that said it's a sin to turn down 500 million and not say my name. But there is a rule in the Bible that says it's a sin to drink. So
He didn't say, because
all
his
I'm
morals
saying
say.
is that- so all I'm saying is this. If your faith, if you hold your faith so dearly, then why will you go against your faith by drinking when it says it's a sin, but turn down 500 mil because that to you that's going against my faith? That makes no sense.
Hold on. Is that why he turned it down? Is that why he turned it down? Because it goes against his faith? I thought he turned it down because he wanted to be able to say what he want to say. That's two different things, Rob.
He said
Right,
because of his faith. He said, I want to let people know I love, this is my faith, and I'm going to scream it.
What's wrong with that?
Oh my God, y'all not hearing me.
I'm not.
King, didn't I say I agree with y'all? Before I start talking, I said I agree with y'all. And then I told you, I said you're not wrong. I said I don't agree with him doing it because to me, he being hypocritical. It does, I'm saying it, but you just I can't keep repeating myself. If you hold your faith that dear to where you would turn down $500 million to not scream Jesus all the time on your when it comes to you promoting the brand, but you will go against your same faith that you say you hold dear to down a bottle when you know it's a sin. You're a hypocrite to me. Now,
Man, he's still a work in progress, Rob. He's still working.
Okay, so we'll agree to disagree. But I got one question.
He's still a work in progress, Rob.
No,
bro. What if he stops drinking next year? What if he stops drinking next year? What if he stops drinking tomorrow?
And he's stupid for turning down $500 million, but he wouldn't put down the bottle.
So now he's stupid for doing it right. I thought he was right.
You're not hearing what I'm saying.
I'm not.
Okay, well, we agree to disagree. But I'm going to prove my point in one question, and I know y'all going to keep it real if y'all ask the question. Have y'all ever met a Jew that told you he was a Jew?
Yeah. Huh?
What is going on?
Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me these Jewish people are running around screaming to you that they Jewish? That's a ooh.
Screaming to me that they are that?
Boy, we gonna keep it a bean or what?
Me, but they'll tell me.
No, Rod. Hey, Rod, I'm be real with you, bro. You kind of all over the place with that one, Rod. You wrong on that one, Rod.
No, here's
you
my
wrong
point.
with that one, bro.
Here's my point. They shut up and they make their money and they control this bitch. We don't know. This is what I don't like about.
But he turned it down. He turned it down. But he turned it down, Rod. They can't control him. They turned him down.
They can't.
He turned the money. I'm saying he turned the money down.
I'm not hearing what I'm saying. Didn't I just say They can control. They still can control him because if he say something about the Jews on Twitch or YouTube, it's a wrap.
But why would he though?
Why would he? He don't go political like that.
Why would he talk about him?
But he know
that. I hear your point. I hear your point that he can.
You saying if he, you like that's like saying if he does it, like why would he though?
Omit the Jewish thing, but he can't omit the Christianity thing when he need to. I get what you're saying.
Listen, look how.
Yeah, but you put a circumstance that don't match his situation. What I'm saying.
We just disagree. Right. We don't have to pick
Rock. What you said, Rock. So we just chop it up. Look, if you saying, hold on, Rock. Hold on, Rock.
The RAPE word. What do? I correct y'all.
If you what?
I correct you because you can't say that word in full on YouTube. If you say it too much, they will flag you and you will get demonetized.
We haven't said
so what I'm saying is, so here's what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that every rule ain't gotta be some fucking moral battle. I'm so sick of
it. Wasn't him though.
Let me finish. We always fighting for these moral victories and they get us nowhere, nigga. Get the bag and win group economics and
already
get
has
the
bag. He already has
the bag. He already got money. He said you cannot tell me not to say what I want to say.
But it's not.
That's what he want to say.
Something about the Jews on Twitch or YouTube. Listen, that man knows.
But does he talk about the Jews though?
You don't that man don't know what he can and what he can't say on Twitch or YouTube. Y'all crazy if y'all don't think he don't know that.
But does he talk? Does
he talk about Jews though?
I'm gonna say it again. That man is worth 200 million. Because I can't talk.
Yeah. You saying if he talks about, why would he don't talk about Jews? He want to talk about his faith. They said he said, look, I want to talk about my faith. They saying, hey, we paid 500 million because we don't like you talking about your faith because it's bad for our brand. We don't want to be a religious brand. He said, well, I don't want the money. You saying, well, what if he chooses to talk about the Jews? They're gonna shut him up. Who says he's talking about Jews? He don't talk about Jews.
You're dissipating the situation because of my argument. Let me say it again. He is worth $200 million. Can I finish? He's worth $200 million. When you get up to that type of money, you got to have lawyers. Guess what? You got to understand who you working with and what your platform is. Y'all crazy as hell if y'all don't think this man know what he can and cannot say on these platforms because he making money. So don't think he don't know. So he knows what he can and can't say, and he's going to make sure that he don't say shit about the Jews on those platforms or he will get demonetized.
Right.
That's a, listen. I don't understand.
That has nothing to do with what we're talking about. Though you creating that.
I say it does, but I'm trying.
How though? I'm trying to understand how.
I'm trying to understand how is it that it became a debate when I agreed with y'all, but all I'm saying is
no, that's not when it was a debate. It became a debate when you said he being a hypocrite. That made it a debate.
No, it wasn't
and the conversation could have been over. I said we'll just agree to disagree, but y'all gonna try to convert me. I'ma still stand on this. We could be 3 hours.
All right, so look, ain't nothing we can say that can change your mind. No. Okay, all right, next topic. I mean, hey, man.
I ain't trying to change your mind.
Yeah, go Jay. You gonna keep doing it
right. Hey, but look, I'll say this for me. If y'all telling me, hey, you wrong because of this. If I'm wrong, be like, hey, you right, I'm wrong. But if I say you can't prove me wrong, no matter what you say, we gonna go to the next topic.
Prove him wrong. He ain't gonna be willing to hear it.
Now it's not that I'm not willing to hear it. That's not fair. Sometimes we are not gonna agree on something at the end. We just both standing on business. It's crazy how I explained myself before I started talking, and y'all still gave me hell. I literally explained.
I'm just saying the word hypocrite is not. That's not the right word to use.
Just because he does those things, don't make him a non-Christian or make him a bad Christian or anything.
Oh my God, I never said
it. You did, right? I didn't say you said that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the hypocritical comment where you say because he does this and because he does that. I mean, we all human. Every last one of us does something that's not right.
So why he couldn't be human and take the $500 million?
Tell you what?
You
So
kind of
when
go
they
back to the
give you
same
humor,
argument,
you're gonna
Rob.
take that. So you gonna tell a nigga that you can go on, it's okay, you will be a work in progress. Go on sin and drink. But hey, no, you don't, you stand on it. You don't take that $500 million sin. Nigga, I
Because
would
he
take
still,
That's
$500
his
million
choice.
sin
That's
any
his choice to
motherfucking
stand.
day. Man, y'all
He
smoke.
stands. He does his
Man, you know
stance
what
on what he
Business
thinks is
decision,
best.
Rock. Those are
That's
business
not fair
decisions,
to
Rock.
tell him how to make that
Those are
stance.
business
If that's how he
decisions, man.
wants to make his stance, I gotta allow him to do that.
Y'all don't think I don't know that Cenat would disagree with me? I know that.
It's a business.
they don't have to agree or disagree. I'm just saying hypocrite is not the right word to use. All I'm saying.
And I just can't. I just don't agree with it. That's all. It's cool. Maybe I'll find another word tomorrow. But all I'm saying is,
To me, I'm gonna be real. To me, that's like saying I don't agree that. To me, that's like saying I don't agree that a car you put gas in the car. Like you put gas in the car. Like it ain't nothing to agree with. That's what I'm
That's
saying.
not
Like
nothing to
it's a
disagree with.
fact.
y'all not gonna change my mind. Y'all not gonna change my mind. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll take a $500 million sin. I'll take a $500 million sin over a fucking $50 paint of fucking.
But hey, pause right there, Rob. You said $500 million sin. It's not a sin to take the money to shut up. That's not the same comparison. His morals say I want to keep talking about religion. That's not a sin to take the money, Rob.
And one of the reasons,
It's not a sin to take the money, Rob. That's what I'm saying.
Is because we fighting for moral victories instead of getting a real victory.
What?
Nigga, you know how much land I would have bought with $500 million? Nigga, all I needed was 10 million. Why I could have bought a third of the country with 100 of that million?
Let it go, T-Ben. Yeah, he already said it. He can't be converted.
200 million.
You're right.
Said he worth 200 million. They offering 500 million.
Yep.
I mean, I could say nothing to that.
That's cool.
And you know what? And me personally, if I'm like a Christian man and I want to keep spreading the word, however I want to do it, and I might still drink liquor, and I'm like, well, if they tell me, hey man, you can't spread the word no more, I'm be like, well, dang, I don't want to do that, man. I got 200 million already. I don't need that right there. I want to keep spreading my word and getting better as a person. I'll fix on, last year I used to smoke. I stopped smoking. This year I drink. Maybe it might take me another year to stop, quit drinking. But I'm gonna still let people know to love each other. I'm gonna still tell people to do the right thing in life. I mess up every now and then. But they told me $500 million. You can't say that no more. I'm like, I feel you. Hey man, you keep that money. I want to keep talking and getting better and letting people know to get better. That's how I look at it. I ain't looking at I still smoke and drink. So you know what? $500 million. Hey, I'm gonna take that and I'll just shut up. Come on, man. Like that's not how I would do it. But I feel you, Rock.
Either decision, Rock. There's nothing wrong with either decision, like you say.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right, Rock.
I'm sorry. Fuck that. If I'm sinning and I'm drinking, doing shit against my religion, but then all of a sudden I'm gonna start having the moral capacity to turn down $500 million, man. Fuck that shit. I'm a
hey, well,
and when I take
where
the money,
do?
and when I
What's
take
the starting point?
And when I take the money, I'm gonna say I'm getting better, y'all. I'm a work in progress.
But Rob, just don't talk about your religion no more, or we're gonna take that money from you, boy.
You goddamn right.
And look, and guess what? Here's my point, though. Here's my point. I don't gotta vocalize what my beliefs. See, this is the difference.
Right.
I ain't no preacher. So not a preacher. I don't have to vocalize my shit. I don't get paid to go around talking about my Jesus if I'm a religion. So for me, it would be easy because guess what? I ain't got to run around and throw my religion on people. In fact, I don't even like people like that. Right. I don't like people who are always throwing their religion. Hey, how you doing? Oh, man, I'm doing good like Jesus.
Hey, Rock, you know what? What I see people do? Hey, this is what I see people do, Rock.
What you got to do today? Shit, I got
to
go to work.
This is what I see people do. It's his brother I know. I don't know him, but I watch his content from time to time. It's this cat out of LA or out of California. His name is Will something. But he always opened up his dialogue with a prayer. That's just what he does. He's I'm open this up with a prayer. He give a prayer and go about his business. If Kai Cenat decided, hey man, we can open up with a prayer. I ain't trying to push him. If you ain't no Christian, you can click off of whatever. To me, that's him spreading the word and being a faithful man the way he want to do it. I don't have to agree with it. And to me, it ain't pushing it off on nobody. He ain't saying do this or go or die. He's saying, hey, I'm gonna open up with a prayer, then we're gonna get started. Nike saying, hey, you can't even do that. And he's like, well, I don't need the money. That's how I look at it.
And I agree with that. That's what I'm saying. All I did was just stated my stance on it. I wouldn't have did it.
We got you. Both of y'all gonna have your views on it.
Hey, all y'all was right. Yeah, I commended y'all before I started talking.
Hey, I told you.
Shout out, y'all. I gotta send a special shout out. My friend Latina McNeil. Hey there, how you doing? Thank you much.
All right.